go ahead and select for the top of this. Might be a little tricky. Alright. Alright, now I'm going to go back into STL check and make sure I have all of those. Yeah, see, there's no errors, so I did that correctly. Every time you create a new face, go ahead and run like STL check and make sure you have no open edges, because if you work on it a lot and you have a, you just create a bunch of faces and you go back in your STL check, and then it's hard to get to the errors that you have, and you might as well just go back and check. Alright, now this is pretty much your plain old base here. Go ahead and experiment around with all the tools that you have here. I mean, you have outline, extrude, bevel, bridge, flip. Like here's bevel. Oops. Bevel does that. I mean, you can do that in Editable mesh, but you don't have the bridge tool, which helps out so much, so you don't have to keep creating all those faces. So I mean, if you wanna, you just gotta experiment with it. There's a lot of things you can do, like make a ceiling here, like make a like a sunroof almost. So go to inset and don't inset it too much. If you inset and like you have edges like that, this is what'll happen. They'll cross right here, and those will come out as open edge errors or just plain old errors. So inset it, make sure they don't cross up. That'd be good right there. And then go ahead and use the select and uniform scale, and you can get it even smaller if you want. That's a good way to do it too. And there you go. You've got sunroof. Play around with it for a while if you want. Just make sure you didn't cross any faces and stuff. And you'd have to go back obviously to the edge and line them all up to make it looking nice and pretty. But there's your basic base. Have fun. Make some nice looking bases. And if you're going to add it to your level, you can just convert it back to an editable mesh and it won't change anything. So go to editable mesh and there you go. And it did pretty much nothing, but you can like select, you can see where it created faces, but it doesn't outline them. That's why it's best to just use polygon, and then you can select them all. Alright, I hope this tutorial helped. And once again, I'm Offspring, also known as Mike.